Hello. Okay, this is me following the prompting, y'all. I'm here, no makeup, no glitz and glam, just being vulnerable, being open. Um, I don't do this a lot, y'all, because for me, it's always been the thing of wanting to have like the right space, or wanting to be in the right space. And we can't always do that. We sometimes have to just show up. And it's important because a lot of us are operating off of affirmations that we are speaking into ourselves. And it's extremely powerful because, on one hand, you're doing it because you just feel like, speaking, negative over my spell, talking negative, talking down to myself is not necessarily something. I want to hear something in the background, y'all. So my baby just doesn't hear my voice. So y'all give me a second. I don't want to wake my baby up. So this is not my music, first of all. I don't own any rights to it. But I'm gonna play it in the background. Music is therapy, it's healing. Um, and for me, it's a support system. It supports me in being able to be in my body. Um, and that's what really this live is about. I really didn't want to come on here trying to like teach anything, because it's like I'm in it, y'all. Like I'm in this. Like it's literally like unfolding as we speak. And I want to say that when I got on this spiritual journey, let's start off like clear. I'm Jamie. Um, I'm from Louisville, Kentucky. Um, in 2020, let's say 2019, I was living in Toledo, Ohio, with my husband, and a lot of stuff happened that year. Um, for me specifically, I had my baby, and I started to just experience life a little different. I wasn't necessarily sure what it was, but I knew that when I was having my kid, there was a presence. There was instructions that carried me, that really, really, really carried me. Like, I mean, I had never experienced anything like this in my life. And I knew that I was different, but I just thought that this is what all mothers went through, and you just couldn't explain it, right? So that's a blessing. And then we get to 2020, and it's like, okay, I came into spirituality by being like shaken. Um, I had a miscarriage, and it was an experience for me because the whole time it was like magical, painful, but it was magical. There was a lot of questions that I had, a lot of people that I wanted to reach out to that I couldn't, because it wasn't necessarily anybody around me at that time specifically who had really went through what I went through. And I thought that I had gotten lost. I thought that I had really, really gotten lost. I thought there was a situation where I had like lost it. You know, lights in my house started flickering. I started to feel things. I started to hear things. I started to see things. And I had just started to looking up online and learning about a lot of stuff that had been happening in the world that I didn't know that was happening. And I started to looking at more stuff and falling down rabbit holes and learning, and then it got to a point to where it became more present for me because it started out with just like boom spiritual gifts. I had sat in a place, I feel like, to where I was like expecting it to be. I'd operated off of like who I thought I was and who I was speaking over myself. Like I wasn't really sure who it was that, I was to be or where I was at. And I guess what I'm trying to say is like coming into spirituality, it was more so you are more than what you thought that you were. And in showing up for yourself, you created a connection to a bigger reality than a lot of people give themselves the opportunity to experience. And I didn't really know what or where or why. I just always knew that, hey, if I'm supposed to feel something more and this feels good and this isn't just about feeling good, but this like it takes me beyond where I'm at, you know, then I want to go for that. Life had been so rough, y'all. I had went through so much, but I always allow myself to be in a space to where I just knew that I was supposed to have more. And it's like, okay, this is the more, like I'm seeing spirits, I'm hearing spirits talk to me. Things are being told to me that are beneficial. Things are being told to me that are assisting me and supporting me. I'm able to create different spaces for myself. I thought it was more so about connecting to the energy instead of allowing the like whole process to take place. I feel like a lot of times in my spirit when I hear stuff, when I channel, that I'm not supposed to like always share it because I always want to keep like stuff sacred for myself. And a lot of times I don't get online because a lot of my thoughts, how I process stuff, I don't want it to be like up for discussion. But that's more so a part of like acceptance and not wanting to be like authentic. And a lot of people don't get to see people's authenticity. They think that some of them think that you got it together because they see what's on you. They experience you, in your moments of enlightenment or your moments of clarity, and they judge you at a certain level. But it's like I am healing, and I didn't even realize like how much healing I needed. I wasn't even aware how much, like how big of a part that I had played. And before, like today, I probably would have said, it was like my baby's transitioning and me having to go through that and experience that. But no, y'all, 100% that shit, it hits and it hurts and I hold it in a part of me. But when it's like when it's you that you basically have to like grasp and understand, that you're really healing, that you really having to go after. I thought like spirituality was more so of like me having like a direct connection to what it is that this life is supposed to mean. And I know that that's like a big part of it, but that's more so about something that's like external. Perspective for me at that point was really external. But showing up for myself, continuing to be present in my journey, helping and assisting others as a mentor, when you do your own exercises, when you practice what you preach. Oh my God, y'all. A lot of us are like still stuck in places that we had forgot about, that we don't even allow ourselves to think about, y'all, because we experience in life and we moving on, you know. Just like I said, I've had two miscarriages. And for all intents and purposes, them babies have like enlightened me and woken me up at different deaths each time. Both of them sacrificing like and giving the most precious gift to me. And in a lot of stuff that we feel like that's coming to hurt us, being spiritual, being a spiritual being, being connected to your team, being aware, showing up for yourself, it becomes a part of clarity over and over again. Like, I mean, it shows up every single time. Hey, this is why this is. You don't have to hurt. Like, I could just take it and I could receive what it's trying to show me. I could take it and I could receive what it's bringing to fruition for me, what it's displaying in front of me. And there's such a level of appreciation to that. Like, I'm so honored. I didn't realize that it was more to my words than what I had allowed myself to experience. And I wasn't able to experience that until I got to a place to where I allowed myself to really, really, really heal, to really actually feel and be inside of my body. You can't heal. Like, I'm a Gemini air sign, y'all, okay? My sun sign is in Gemini, and we in Gemini season, okay? Well, you can't heal if you're not in your body. A lot of us like to float, and we like to be high, we like to be up. We don't want to like actually allow ourselves to feel at the depth of what it is that we're experiencing, because that's extremely vulnerable for us. And I want y'all to know it's a lot of healing in it. I received from Source the other day to go to your childhood bedroom, open up the door, and sit with your younger self. While you're sitting there, allow whatever to happen, but your intention might be to tell yourself everything that you needed to hear at that age, but you didn't. When I first received it, I thought, okay, get online, share it, give it to somebody else, share it, right? And I recorded it and I'm sending it out to all of my clients. But then I did it. Source showed me a lot in that process. One, a lot of us are extremely intentional and we speak stuff over ourselves before we get to it. That's why we ought to be mindful of what we say and how we say it, because we don't even realize that in the midst of us speaking over ourselves, we're really constructing what is to come. We don't do it intentionally a lot of the times, but a lot of us are extremely intentional about what it is that we say. But when you have such a level and a space, you don't even realize that when you follow what you receive before you share it, you have to be honest, because you don't even realize like what you give into other people. You know what I mean? When I did it for myself, it was like I said in the video, in the recording, it'll be trivial at first. I said it'll be trivial at first, but you'll begin to realize that it's more to it. And you'll realize that the adult that you always needed was you. But when I did it, y'all, some of us been operating from deficiency. And you don't know it. And this is what spirituality does. It's so much more than just having gifts. It's so much more than just being enlightened. It's so much more than connecting to source and being on your path, being in alignment, manifesting. It's so much more than honing in on, what it is that you could do spiritually. It's literally like at the cusp of it, the beginning of it has to be healing. Because when you operating from a space of deficiency and you're not aware of it, because I wasn't aware of it, y'all. I got my teas, I got my herbs, okay? I got so many things to put me in places. I got my crystals, so many things to put me in places that allow me to get what it is that I desire. And I'm not necessarily connecting to my body. I'm not in my body a lot of the times, y'all. And because of my placement in my charts, my desire, my loyalty, to my soul mission, my loyalty to showing up and being there for my clients, I allow myself to pour into everybody else. I allow myself to show up and be there to support everybody else. And I received the last couple of days that you got to be able to receive it. How I allow source to speak to me for my clients, but not me. How I allow source to have, you know, the ability to facilitate messages and guidance to my clients, but I don't receive it for myself. And I didn't realize it because I'm flowing, y'all. I'm doing all this, but it's robotic. It was robotic because I was operating from a space of deficiency. And this is like outdated. And what I mean by outdated is, I said, in the cusp of times, we don't realize that we are so powerful. And we have the ability to be in certain places and not even be aware of it because we are energy. We're energy. And what I realize is that I had left a piece of me in that bedroom. And it had been there for a long, long, long time. And in it being there, I went on operating like I was this. I wasn't even aware that in me going on my day-to-day basis that this much of me had been gone. Sometimes you can't just call your energy back. Sometimes you got to go fucking get it. That's what spirituality can be about for you. True healing. I used to read books as a kid. I read books because everybody in my family was into athletic stuff. Like they played basketball. They did everything. I was the what I told myself at the same time, bookworm. My mom would have like all of these different books. I loved them. Probably wasn't supposed to be reading them. They were like, the Arabesque black authors, kind of like love stories, Romeo Juliet, but the urban version. Okay, I don't care what it was, to be honest. I would read everything. I just read. But in my room, I shared a room with my older sister. In my room, I would go under my bed and I would read. When I went back into my childhood bedroom, being obedient and doing what I received from Source, I was under the bed, y'all. There's a lot of things that we could receive from being aware of all that we are. But even in that awareness, it's always a level of being in pursuit of that level of awareness. I think is what I mean to say. There's this level of, I know that this is it. I know that this is the destination, and not even the destination. I know that this is the path. This is alignment. Me doing this is what's necessary. There's these spaces where we realize that it was so much more deeper than what we knew. And you just continue to allow yourself to open up to it, because I'm at the point to where I'm just now starting. It's been like 3 years, y'all, but like I'm just now starting. I'm just now starting. There's so much that I wasn't aware of until just like last night, day before yesterday. So much that I wasn't able to like alchemize because I hadn't been in my body, y'all. There's big part of me that I had left. And Source was like, hey, go do that. You know, I'm over here. We in the Taurus season, Gemini season. I'm over here, in a space making sure that I got, an event in July that I'm going to with my school. I'm in the inner circle with Spirit Doula. Um, it's SAU University. It's Spiritual Ascension University. Professor Melanie is Spirit Doula. And there's a whole slew of, like, it's a whole team, y'all. It's an actual school that is teaching me the foundation, of spirituality and the truth of it and behind it. And this is the process that I'm at because sources instructed me that this is like my next step. And we've been in class since January, and I've been operating in spirituality, but I hadn't been in it to the extent to where I've been allowing myself to receive it 100%. And I didn't realize it until I got to the space to where I'm able to like really, really like put my hands on it. And I hope that I'm making sense, y'all, because it's like I want y'all to understand that I'm not here to like create confusion or to just be spewing out my business. I'm here to let y'all know that yes, we all have spiritual gifts, especially the you melanated beings. It's more to it. It's more to it, y'all. It's always more to it. And source is always going to have you exactly where you need to be at so you can receive it. You know, a lot of stuff. I'm in an extended stay, y'all. I've been here for almost a year. And I've been here since I came back into the country from Costa Rica. I moved to Costa Rica in 2021. We were there for more than a year, and we came back in, I want to say, February of 2022. So, like, we went to Costa Rica in 2020, the end of 2020, and we were there from that time until February of 2022. When we came back, so much had transpired and happened, and I wasn't really aware, but this became the best option for us because of all intents and purposes, like, credit when we left um, and went to Costa Rica. It was more so due to the fact that I was pregnant and I wanted to be able to be in a space to where I could feed my body um, at a level that I knew I wasn't receiving here, as far as like the freshness and the quality of the food. And I just desired to be in a space to where I felt like I was at home, where I could be able to be in the energy that I wanted to be in while carrying my kid and not living in the energy that we had been in, being in the United States at that time. This is like at the heart of like COVID and everything. I don't want to say the C word, but um, and coming back, I never really knew what I was coming back for because I was still like going through the process at that time. And I had been so out of my body, y'all, that when you have a miscarriage, it could happen in a lot of ways. And for me, I had so much trauma in my womb that I wasn't really, aware of the meaning behind a lot of it. And I'm still at a space where I'm learning. I'm still at this space where I'm trying to figure it out as far as that's concerned. But after I'd had the first miscarriage and everything had been so explosive, and I mean it was explosive, y'all. It was more so like the desire to connect with people who could make me feel better, and then the desire to not want to think I was crazy because I could feel the energy. I could feel, source. I could feel, spirit presence. I was experiencing things around my house. We had a house in Toledo, and it was so much stuff that was going on. And then when I got pregnant the second time, there was so much that I hadn't healed. And I wasn't aware of the fact that I hadn't healed at the depth that I hadn't healed it. I just figured this is life, and but you got to be intentional, especially when you're a spiritual being. You have to be intentional. And it's like I speak this stuff to everybody else, and I'm learning that there's depths to it that I wasn't receiving for myself. You know, thinking that I've been vulnerable to the extent to that I'm sharing with my clients, but this is this is vulnerability. This is not scripted. This is um not prepared. I didn't want it to be. I wanted to be raw because I wanted source to get out of me what needs to come out of me to help whoever needs it. You don't know what it is, but you feel like something's like just not right. You feel like something's not okay. And you're trying to figure it out, but it got to be more than where you at. I manifested spirit doulars class. I didn't know what I was doing. I wrote it down on a board, y'all. And within like a month's time, everything came to fruition. As I stated, I'm in extended stay, y'all. Due to credit, due to financial circumstances, I allowed myself to think that I couldn't be out of this space. But being spiritually connected, I know that I place myself here to protect me and to shield me as I process what I needed to process, which is why I came back home instead of going back to Toledo, which is where my husband's from. you get to the place to where you feel like there's more to it than what you've been able to receive, and you've tried everything else, try sitting still with yourself. Try breathing deep into your body. And I mean, like, sometimes I just, and just allow yourself to be in that space, that spirit, that spirituality. We got candles, we got sage, we got all these crystals and shit. But if you don't got the bare minimums with just you, with just yourself, what you putting all this shit on for? It's external. Some of us is just heavy anyways. Like, y'all, there's so many people with me. And I'm so grateful. Life had me in a space to where I perceived that I was alone in a lot of stuff. But being intentional and meditating on a daily basis, doing nothing but opening up myself to just receive, sacrificing sleep, sacrificing being comfortable. I realized that it's the gift that supports the healing, but it's the healing that's the reward, and that's the gift. I could talk to spirit, y'all. I could see spirit. I feel spirit. I could move spiritually. I have the ability to access energy extremely, extremely far away from me, y'all. But the most valuable thing to me, I talk shit all the time with my clients, and I say shit like, source is inside of me. But a lot of us is scared of facing source, scared of believing that that's the case. But when you find it, when you actually locate that space, that's the reward. And a lot of it comes from dealing with your truth. Our life's lessons is literally like the blueprint to really, really opening up to what it is that we really, really meant to be here to facilitate. And I think the most of it, because a lot of us is sitting behind closed walls and doors. Closed walls, it don't make no sense, but it sounds dope. um a lot of us are shielding ourselves so we don't feel, too afraid to be exposed and vulnerable, because we don't even realize that we are mechanics. We literally we create so much on a regular basis, and it's so intricate and detailed.
And we are making energetic vortexes to shield us from having to experience what it is that life has come to teach us, because we desire to be in this woo space, in this high space, especially my air signs, y'all. I know because it's me, like floating high. And I want y'all to get where I'm coming from. Being the air sign, you are always in the stratospheres with things. You are always in your head. There's a million and one things going on, and you have the ability to multitask and be in all of these places. And it feels good because it's air and we love air. One of my first teachers, Christy, who I can't think of her name, her last name, but we called her Christy taught me. She owns the Crystal House. I'll try to put it in the link. I'll also put uh, Spirit Doula in the link as well, because I mean it is what it is. We receive where we can receive, and it won't be for everybody. Everything ain't for everybody. Everybody ain't for everybody. But I lost my train of thought. I'm at a space where I've received healing. I'm at a space where I've continued to do what I've been instructed the foundational need is, and that's meditating. And in that, I've allowed myself to really, really get to a space to where I found what's mine. And then I gave it back. And what I want y'all to understand that in surrendering some of your biggest fears with some people, not everybody, but with some people, some of your biggest fears is gonna be addressed. My fear had been not being in control, not being able to have a say so. But you can't control spirituality. And I had been. I had kept it in a box. Like, I don't want to see this. I don't want to feel this. You know, I'll do this, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna keep my eyes this way, and I'm gonna turn the light on. So it could be a light, um, or not a light, but I have like this oil diffuser. I have like a little oil diffuser. You can't really tell because it's like it's daytime, but it has like colors and stuff. So it's like if it's super dark, you know, if it's super dark, it'll light up the whole space. But I'll use that while I'm meditating, and I was doing things that limited me because I'm so spiritually inclined. I could still get there. I could still do it. I could still experience source. I could still see. I could still feel. Like, I don't really have to like do a whole lot. I hope I'm making sense. And You ask for like abundance, you ask for wealth, you ask for material. Because I've been tapping into what is it that the last cycle, full moon and new moon, Taurus and Scorpio, and now here we are, Taurus again and Gemini. I've been manifesting and I've been receiving y'all so quickly. Sometimes it just like, ooh, but you can't even receive at the level that you're supposed to receive at if you haven't really got down to the shadow work of it all. So Source been giving me shadow work promptings to my clients, and I have to really get to the point to where I just receive that anything that I'm giving for them is for me. The spirit doula tells us you have to be on your mission in the pursuit of healing. So I know that I don't have to be perfect with this. I know that I could say that, hey, I might have not gave it 100%, but even with my channeling, that's not me. I'm not saying, I promise, it's not conscious me. Healing wounds and allowing myself to show up for myself, to be there for myself as I instruct others to do. I realized that I had left a piece of me. And upon receiving the support that I had asked Source for, I just kept on telling myself, trust and believe, trust and believe. And then I got to where I'm at right now. And it's like, okay, I'm back in my body. What do y'all want me to do? They said, get online, show me, be truthful, be vulnerable. It ain't always perfect. Some of us are going through so much more than what we realize, but we have all of these different like mechanisms that allows us to put us in spaces where we could control and contort. And by me releasing and surrendering the desire to control and being open and being in my body, being present, this is what it's about, y'all. If you don't allow the messages that you speak to others to penetrate your soul for you, if you don't allow the love that you pour into others for you to pour it into yourself first, if you can't be able to just be with yourself and look at yourself and see you at the core, at the essence of where and who and what you really are, to be able to receive the fullness of what it is that you bring, your whole existence It's not authentic. I'm forgiving myself. I'm forgiving myself and I'm loving myself, y'all. And I'm so grateful, even right now, listening to like this guitar and being able to appreciate this man. His name is AJ He's on YouTube, he's on Instagram. I see myself in visions playing the guitar and I seen it looking and sounding a certain way. And when I heard his, it just felt so deep within me. But it's even that, Source gives us signs and things and letting us know like, hey, you could go here, you could be in this place. But if you're not willing to follow your promptings as you instruct others to, if you're not willing to truly dive deep into the adventure of life, because that's what your higher self desires for you. But if you hiding and shielding yourself away from the world, protecting yourself from feeling, controlling the narrative of your existence, because you're that powerful, because you that mechanical. Y'all see this? Do y'all see how they whip me? And this is for who it is for. This is who it's for. This ain't gonna be for everybody. I love y'all. And I want y'all to know that everything that you need, you already have it. It's literally like right there within you. And everything that you experience on the external level is really only there to support you and going back inside and getting it from you first so you can give it to others, so you can teach others how to give it to themselves. It's like the literal like system of connecting over and over again to be able to be whole. Do y'all see how powerful Source is? Do y'all see that? Do y'all see how powerful Source is? A little system. Why you think that you're in control? You literally acting out of offense to what it is that you require, forcing you to go through what it is that you gotta go through to be able to pull you back to the place that you didn't want to face in the first place. It gotta be chaos. This shit can't be cute. It can't be cute. It gotta hurt a little bit. You can't just want it to be easy and want it to be love and light. You gotta receive that even in the shit that don't feel good, that this is love sometimes, because you don't want to receive what it is that you fully desire, because you don't want to feel at the depths of what it is that you've experienced. You can't judge it. And so I had to keep on telling myself, don't judge, just feel. Don't judge, just feel. And the more I said, don't judge, just feel. And I'm just feeling. the shaking that happens within the spirit. A lot of us, don't want it to be said. But I received last night that I was surviving and not thriving. And I'm giving myself grace, y'all, because this is just the beginning. That's why I don't gotta worry about where I'm at. That's why I don't gotta worry about how I'm progressing. I could just be where I'm at, y'all. Like, this is me. My thoughts ain't all together. But y'all just wait. Y'all don't realize what's on me, what sources shared with me, what I know I'm meant for. But I don't even realize it to an extent. That's the beauty of it. To speak this proud, to be this present enough, to be this vulnerable. Everybody online, everybody got something to say. Everybody has something to share. Everybody knows that what they want to provide and put out there to everybody else is like important. It's like so many people out here having opinions. So it's not necessarily that nothing makes mine special, but there's a group of people that been waiting for me, and I've been afraid to get out of where I'm at. I've been afraid to be in the light and afraid to shine, trying to protect myself from feeling at the extent that I was always meant to feel, because I've been hiding, y'all. This source literally gave me the key to go find myself. I asked for abundance, y'all, and that was it. Source said, okay, you want abundance. All right, so go in your bedroom, your childhood bedroom, and tell yourself everything you needed to tell yourself. And here's me, like, I could do it. Y'all, I kid y'all not. Just stay before yesterday. I got so many of these, okay? This is important. And it's not about proving anything, but when I said to my clients, hey, at first, it'll be trivial, right? This is the beginning of it, okay? Y'all see the date, the 22nd. Today's the 23rd. Okay, this is where it stops. All right. I needed this. This is part of it. This was 100% part of it. But it was trivial because it was just writing it out, woven it into being. But when I actually went into meditation, y'all, when I actually a lot of us don't realize that we those kids that's never thought of. We those kids that we've locked in and we don't allow them to play. We've hid them from the sun as a defense mechanism to protect ourselves. Source said, "You in abundance. Hey, go free yourself, baby. Free yourself, and then you come back to me. You tell me what you want." And we don't even realize what we've created, what strongholds operate within us, that live within us, because we put ourselves in predicaments as protection. And even though when we were that age, it probably did protect us, it supported us to the level that we needed it to. We left it behind, and Spirit literally just walked me, hey, very, very quietly. You see this? You see this? Look at this. Do this. And I'm like, oh, I like this. I feel like this will be a good idea. This is cool. I'm going to share this with my team. I'm going to share this with my clients, with my soul family. Y'all, do the work. Don't just let it be cute. Heal. Don't just let it be cute. Heal. Show up. Be consistent. Don't worry about what it looked like at the beginning. It ain't going to be what it is. This ain't going to be what I am. I want y'all to see me. I'm making a promise to myself. I want y'all to see me. Crazy hair and all, okay? My chunky arms. Don't worry about that. I have been feeding something, okay? I've been feeding something at the depths of me that I wasn't aware that I was trying to feed. The source had to show me that. Now I'm over here. I got green tea. I got my crystallized water with my mug from my Ascensions by Zoe family. I got my music that I'm feeding myself. I'm being present with y'all. I'm going to have me a cucumber and apple salad. This ain't just within the last couple of days. Sources are making me aware that if you don't operate with the present that you've been provided at the level that's necessary to match the energy that you're receiving, you are never going to receive at the level that you're supposed to receive it. And I didn't realize that it was out of fear. So I received it. I should take my fear and attach a positive affirmation to my fear. So last night I told myself, instead of me saying that I'm afraid of losing control, I spoke into myself that I surrendered to the desire to control. I allow spirit to move through me and with me. And just by speaking it over myself and just letting go, y'all, show up for yourself, love yourself, know that spirituality, grand rising, mama, is way more than what a lot of people online make it about. It's cute, but it's healing. It's deep, 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 deep healing, y'all. And there's parts of you that you've left, that you've orchestrated spaces for to keep it safe. Source is saying that it's time to go get it. It's time to receive the wholeness and the fullness of who you are, to be fully present and what it is that you're doing right now, because right now it matters most. It matters most that you know intentionally at the highest level what it is that you're supposed to be doing and why it is that you're doing it. Even when you calling in stuff, sometimes we call in stuff that is a permanent fixture and we're not even fully connected to it because we're not fully connected to ourselves. We just have this desire to orchestrate and construct and make, because we mechanics, y'all. We are creators. We are here make things be. I see it, y'all. I'm calling in, at a certain level, and I don't want to receive anything less than that. And source is letting me know, no, you don't got to, but you gotta heal. We will give you exactly what you want, exactly what you desire, because you show up. You are dedicated to your clients, but you gotta give it to yourself. You gotta believe it for yourself. You gotta be there for you. You gotta know that you could be there more for yourself, making you 30 fucking thousand times better for other people because you give it to you first. I'm excited for this journey. I honestly feel like I just really went through like a rebirth. I honestly feel like I just found a new light. And I'm so appreciative. I'm so appreciative. I'm so grateful for the opportunity to heal at this level. My mom, she didn't know how to teach me this, and I wasn't aware that this was necessary. I feel like, y'all, I'm like shaky being inside of my body because it's been so long. It's been so long. But I'm present in this space and I'm still healing. This is just the beginning. But I got a good team supporting me. And in them supporting me and holding space for me, it's allowing me to be present enough to be what it is that Source requires me to be for others, for my community, for my soul family. Y'all, y'all get ready. Cause we about to heal some shit for real. We about to real life heal some stuff. Not no surface stuff, cause it's a lot of people out here who surface. It's time to get away from the social media, what's trending, and actually get into who are you and what do you really, really bring? Where are you? And when you deal with where you are and you really allow Source to speak it into you and you get to see the mechanics of your own making, like some of us over here thinking we're not good at math, but if you could see the energy that you control around you, see the patterns that you create and spew out, you would think different. I am getting reacquainted with my knowing and I receive it at the highest level. And I'm so grateful. I love my soul family and I appreciate y'all for holding space for me. I appreciate y'all for allowing me to share, and I hope that this finds somebody I hope that this is helpful to somebody. If you would like to join me on my healing journey and allow me to join you on yours, you can find me on Instagram at Yellowstar1131. I'm on Facebook, Yellowstar Reads. Um, I'm here and I'm showing up, y'all. Let's do this. I love y'all.